Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to another Top 5. It is now time for Matt to share with us his top 5 games he's played in 2016. How are you doing, Matt?
Oh, I'm very good, thank you, GD. How are you?
I'm alright, mate. I think this is the first top 5 that you're doing, isn't it? You wasn't here for
It is
last
my
year.
first top 5. No, I hadn't quite joined at that point.
So, Merry Christmas, first of all, mate.
Merry Christmas to you too.
And for the people who haven't watched any of the other top 5s, go and watch them as well, because it's great. I think so far we've had me, Ryan and Doc do our top 5s, but for people this is their first video, I'll explain the rules a little bit first. So, first rule is simple. You can have any game that you've played for the first time this year. So, for example, like if you've played Murdered Soul Suspect, like Ryan did, he added it onto his list because it was the first time he played it. But it means like games like Skyrim, what is it, Definitive Edition? Special Edition?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
it's special
Skyrim,
edition,
the Skyrim game that came out this year. Because certain people had already played the original one, they were not allowed to add it onto the list because it's technically the same game. Rule 2 is that we can only have games up to November, so games coming out in December we can't have, and Final Fantasy 15 as well, because most of us have been doing our top 5s in November. It's just fair. And rule 3 is that you can have episodic games that have not been completed. So, for example, like Batman Telltale series, you're allowed to add that into it. Also, you're allowed to have early access games, like, for example, with Doc, he added the Black Death in his list, which is still in early access. So, anyway, Matt, to explain the rules, it's time for you to share with us your first game in your top 5. So, what is your first game?
For the first game, I'll go for the obvious option. I'll go for Battlefield 1,
So,
which I imagine is going to be in a lot of people's top 5.
oh, to be honest, this is the first time that this has actually popped up, because I didn't include it with mine for reasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I'm not a fan of the Battlefield series, and I found that there was 5 other games that I enjoyed more than that one. Not saying that I didn't enjoy Battlefield 1. So, anyway, So what's different between Battlefield 1 and any other Battlefield games for people who haven't played the game so far?
Well, obviously it's going back to the World War I time period rather than the modern or slightly futuristic that they were in the more recent Battlefields. And I don't know, it felt, especially when you had a group of people, it actually felt like it was on a massive scale, which is, in my opinion, what Battlefield really should be.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, that's what Battlefield always is, what I've seen. It's a huge group of people basically running for the same target, which Battlefield 1 seems to be the same thing, what we've played of it, and what we can see on the video at the moment. So, why Battlefield 1, first of all? Why not... well, I'm guessing you've played other shooters this year.
I have. I thought about including the Modern Warfare remaster, but for obvious Infinite Warfare reasons, I'm not including that.
So why Battlefield 1 itself in particular?
Why Battlefield 1 itself? I don't know, it's just when you have a group of people, it's just so much fun to play. I don't know how to explain it honestly, but it's just such an in-depth, well-made game.
The thing is, it's one of those games where you, like most first-person shooters, is when you've got that group of people and you're just running around for no apparent reason. That's what makes it fun. That is what makes a party gaming, if anything, I would say.
Yeah. Especially if you have like some friends your team, some friends the other team, which I believe was in that video, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One of the videos for it.
Yeah, I think we had one where, because it kept on going with, I think one of them was Britain versus Germany, which, come on, it's World War I, that's going to happen at least one of those matches.
Yeah.
And I think we were the British side, weren't we? Well, I
believe we were, yeah.
Was it K-Gal and that lot on the
I
side?
Don't remember the teams, unfortunately.
I just know that there was a lot of shouting at each other.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I agree. The thing is, Battlefield 1, out of the first-person shooters that have come out this year, at least the end of the year, what I've played, is definitely the better one out of them. Anyway, mate, what is next in your top 5?
Next in the top 5, I will pick Life is Strange, which I believe came out 2015, but I didn't play it until this year.
Right, I tried myself to get into that game because I got it when it first came out. I think what attracted me mainly was the fact that it's a Square Enix title, isn't it? So, what really got you into this game, first of all?
Honestly, I tried it first, didn't get into it, didn't get past the first episode. But the second time that I replayed it a couple of months later, I played through pretty much the whole game in less than a week, probably like 3 days. I got through all of it, which for me is really rare to actually be able to spend that much time focused on just one game.
Well, my question here as well is, now I think everyone already has an idea what the end of Life is Strange is.
Yeah.
Was it girl or town?
Girl. Definitely girl.
Yeah, I've just said yeah. So,
you knew my answer.
I think it's because I would have picked the same thing, mate.
I think everyone picked that, didn't they?
No, I think some people saved the town, mate.
Oh, did some people save the town?
I think some people did save the town.
I'm not a good person, I guess. But no, I didn't save the town.
So
definitely didn't save it.
Well, what did you yourself like about Life is Strange itself, the actual game itself, that made you continue playing for it throughout a week?
I think it was probably the storytelling in it was pretty much flawless. Like, it's rare for a game to actually have, like, made with that good a story in it. Because nowadays, when like everything's so multiplayer focused, it's so rare for there to be a game just with just a story which is that well written that I actually cared about the characters.
I would say there is a known studio that does it quite well, but I agree, it's nice to see other companies trying to take on the role of doing this as well. The thing is, I understand Telltale, they do great with it, but you gotta think most of the stories that they do is already implanted. Like, for example, the ones that are currently coming out, we've got Batman, it's already got a major story behind it. You've got Walking Dead,
Guardians of the Galaxy coming.
Yeah, got Guardians of the Galaxy coming as well. But they've all got major stories already behind it, so it's nice to see some company do it with an original story,
isn't it?
Yeah, and so I might jump back in that again just to have a go of it. I'm guessing you need to get through at least the first couple of episodes to get into the game itself.
Yeah, admittedly it is slow at first. That first episode is obviously just like build up to it, but once you get past that, it's such a good game.
Anyway, mate, let's move on to your third game in your top 5. So what is it?
Game 3 would be Rainbow Six Siege, which again, late to the party. But I make a habit of just being late to everything.
I don't know. I think with me, I was the same as well. I think this year I started with Rainbow Six Siege as well, which I'm surprised. I don't think I added that into my top 5. I think it's the same. I think we were talking just before we recorded this. You had the decision. It was either Siege or Division, wasn't it? Which, by the way, are both Tom Clancy games. So, first of all, why Siege over Division for yourself?
Siege over the Division because the Division, when I played through it originally, I made the very clever decision to play through it solo, which don't do that at all. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
But there again, I don't know if Siege would be. I don't imagine that'd be the kind of thing you could play on your own either.
Well, you've got the.
I suppose you could, but.
Well, you technically got the practice missions, haven't you? That you could play on your own, but I think with the main point of the game, I think you need It's one of those games that you need a party behind you. The thing is, I couldn't see myself playing Siege or Division on my own. So.
No, the thing is with Siege, the fact that I know I'm terrible at it, as I've proven in that one part that I'm never going to speak of.
Don't worry, they can see
But, what, is that going to be the bit that's playing on the screen right now?
No, it's not. I'm just going to put some random clip that we did in this, but it might be. I don't know. We see.
Yeah, but yeah, it's stuff like that. The fact that I can be terrible at it, but at the end of it, I'll still think, yeah, you know, I really enjoyed playing that, and I'm glad that I did. Which,
so,
you know, not all games are like that.
So, a quick question before we move on to your fourth one. Are you looking forward to year 2 then of Siege?
I don't know. It's honestly, I haven't put a massive amount of time into it yet.
Yeah.
It depends on if I actually start properly putting time into it. The problem is that obviously with all the different games that have come out that I'm taking up my time with, it's just it's slightly on the back burner really.
Well, the thing is, I feel with Crave Your Game side of it, I feel like we will be going back to Siege anyway, because we do have...
I'd imagine so.
We've got quite a few people who enjoy it now. We've got me, you, we've got Shimmy, we've got Kev and Jen as well. We've got Doc, who's also joining us now on it as well. Like I said, we've got quite a few of us who will enjoy it. And What's It as well, yeah. So it'll be nice to see what happens. First of all, what is going to be coming out for year 2. And secondly, how long it will last, even if it goes into a third
and
year.
how much worse I can get.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's the real question.
I'm surprised you guys still trust me with the bow and arrow. I'm just gonna.
We never trusted you with the bow and arrow. Do you not notice we're like 5 steps back?
I just don't let go of it. That's how it works.
No, you really don't.
No. Anyway, mate, what is your 4th game in your top 5?
My 4th game will be Prison Architect. On the Xbox One version I'm going for here, I know it's been out on PC for the longest time.
Well, this game's just come out this year as a full version, because it has been on the preview program, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So,
yeah, I think it was it preview program for like a month, 2 months on Xbox, and then released as a full game?
I think so, yeah. I'm not 100% sure.
I think it was, yeah.
I've played it, but I've played it on PC myself. So I've played it, but not touched it for a while. But I understand where you come from with this kind of game. So what has attracted you to Prison Architect, first of all?
It was one of those things that I meant to try it when it was on PC. I may have put about an hour into it on PC, like very, very early on, and never went back to it. But it was one of those things that it's so easy to pick up. Like, you can just sit there, spend a day doing that without realising.
Well, it's a simulator game, technically, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But, so, first of all, let's explain what Prison Architect is for people who do not know of it. No, you might have to explain to me because I haven't touched it for a while. It basically explains it in the rules. You are creating a prison. You are an architect for a prison. And you've got to make sure everyone is happy and everything is there that is needed. Right?
Yeah, it's like making sure you've got everything in it, like electricity, water, food. And then there's obviously the making it profitable, that sort of thing. You have to try and work everything out.
Yeah. So it's basically like Sim City, but instead of controlling a whole city, you're controlling a prison.
Yeah, just a prison. Yeah.
Like I said, I enjoyed the game myself, and understand. So, I'm guessing you've played it on Xbox. How does it actually control with an Xbox? Because it seems like one of those kind of games which, like I said, a simulator game, which I would say works better with a PC anyway.
Yeah, I was concerned about that at the beginning, but honestly, once you get used to the controls, they're actually pretty straightforward. They've actually done it pretty well, in my opinion.
Explains why it probably was in a couple of months before it came out of preview program, if anything, yeah. But, anything else you want to put about Prison Architect before we move on to your last?
Not really that I can think of. I reckon I covered it pretty well.
So what is your last game in your top 5, mate?
My final game is a Wildcard pick that I get the feeling I'm going to be the only person in Crave Your Game to pick this. And it's UFC 2.
Okay.
Stunned silence.
You may have to explain this one a little bit. I know what UFC is, but why?
Yeah. I genuinely, I don't know why. I got the first one as it was part of EA Access.
Yeah.
I actually did quite enjoy the first one, and then when the second one came out, I got it, and I put so much time into that game. I mean, I was terrible at it, but I had fun being terrible at it.
So, a quick question: are you a fan of UFC?
Not really. At one point, a little bit. I was like interested in that sort of thing, but not a massive fan of it. It's just for some reason I just really enjoyed playing that game.
You enjoy it because you're terrible at it type of
yes,
game. Right,
exactly. That's what we're learning about me in all these options, isn't it?
No, I like to say I have played UFC 2 because, like you said, with EA Access is free. It's in the vault already. Shows how popular that game was. But yeah, I've had a go of it, and I'm going to be honest, I'm terrible at it, just as bad. I think it's
I see a video coming then.
No, I know there's no video. I think it's one of those. I think it's a very complicated game to control. I think it's especially because it is, again, it's a simulator type of game. It's like your FIFA and that lot. It's not a arcadey kind of game. It's as real life as it possibly can be with this kind of game. But yeah, I get where you come from with this. It's a fun game to be bad at.
It is. It's such a fun game to be bad at.
And I think UFC is definitely one of those kind of games that is perfect for that kind of situation because you don't know what's going on. You think you're winning.
Yeah, and then suddenly you're not.
It's like the Fight Night stuff when that first came out. It was like, yeah, I think I'm winning. I punched him a couple of times, but he's still standing, and now he's punching me a lot. Yeah, I'm losing. But yeah, I get where you come from with UFC too, and yeah, it's your top 5. I'm just saying. So before we say goodbye, Matt, one more question that I've asked everyone else so far: What games are you looking forward to in 2017?
I should probably have done research on this, shouldn't I?
Sorry, right. Well, is there any games that you've
Throw me right in it.
Yeah, is there any games that you've heard like through trailers and stuff like that you really has caught your interest, or any games that you would probably like to see come out, or at least get announced from what games you've played?
Well, obviously there's For Honor, which looks amazing.
I can say
I'm looking forward to that.
It is a great game. What we played with
Peter.
Yeah. Well, I highly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Sorry, quickly scrolling through. Crackdown 3, that's supposed to come out next year. That might be alright.
That might be coming out, we don't know yet.
It might be coming out, I mean, who knows, really. That's one that I didn't even think of. State of Decay 2.
State of Decay 2? Well, that's...
With actual co-op this time.
So, wait, no, 1 minute. They say that, but they said that for the first one. They said that
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But last time they didn't have it in the trailers and they didn't big it up so much. So I think this time we might actually get it. And then obviously like stuff like Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
You know, the normal stuff. Yeah.
But so Matt, thank you for joining me for your top 5 list, mate.
Thank you for having me.
That's alright. And we will be back later, hopefully this week, with another top 5. Who would it be? We do not know. But while you're here, you can also enjoy... so far we've had me, Doc, Ryan and Matt, like you've just watched now. So please, go and watch them, see what their top 5s are as well. Till next time, I guess, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
See you later, guys.
See you later. Thank you. Bye.